Thank you. Any more questions from the audience? Yes?
The X Prize gives you a goal to shoot for, some prize money if it's won. But as CEOs, I wonder if you could discuss a little bit that challenge or trade-off that you had to go through, because it also generates a lot of competition. So whether or not, as you decide to pursue this, you now know that there's going to be significant other people pursuing the same goal.
Well, I've always said that the rising tide floats all boats, and if there wasn't competition out there, it almost works against you when you're trying to raise financing. What makes you so smart? Why isn't there anybody else in the game? So the fact that we have credible people, number of teams that are vying for this actually helps. It helps create this buoyant market, this awareness. The Google Lunar X Prize and the X Prize Foundation themselves have created the environment that allows us to pick up the phone and call somebody, and at least they've heard of something going back to the moon, as opposed to saying, what are you, nuts? And so it really does help the competitive environment, and as much as the competition rocks, it's great.
Yeah, and you have to be a little bit nuts to get into this in the first place, right? But if there weren't any competition, then there wasn't going to be any market. The fact that there are 18 competitors means that there are a lot of people thinking about the problem. There are a lot of people interested in the problem. Also, the people from Moonfest yesterday, if you were caught in the traffic with me, there's a lot of interest in getting back into space, and I think the X Prize Foundation has hit this at exactly the right moment in time, despite the economic situation.
Well, competition, I think that gets us all excited, and we're trying to leverage off that. But coming to a conference like this, meeting these guys face to face, there's a lot of friendly camaraderie going on. So, it's a good thing. And like Bob mentioned, if I was the only one doing this, I'd be scratching my head. What's going on with this? So.
And iron sharpens iron.
That's right.
So we want good competitors.
Yes, I agree with Mike. There's more camaraderie than competition. Each of us is focusing on a different part of the problem, so we aren't at odds with each other in terms of secrets. There's not a lot of secrecy going on right now of us hiding one thing that we're doing that we don't want the other teams to know about. In fact, these guys are my heroes. I found out today that, or this weekend rather, that Mike builds my favorite robot, the B9s. From Lost in Space, I couldn't be happier to have met him this weekend. I've always been a fan of Fred's. We were both on a television show together, even though we never met each other before today. And I've kind of been following Bob and the whole ISU founding team for years and years. I haven't had the opportunity to meet you today, but I hope to remember that right after this panel. So I'm very excited to be part of the Google Lunar X Prize, and I think the competition, the organization itself, has been a major plus. It's a major promoter for space. The X Prizes are more than just a way of pulling together technological innovation. It's a way of pulling people into the process of exciting people about what's going on. What we have to do is make it more of a race, make it more exciting, so that more people will be interested in seeing what's going on. And hopefully, as time progresses and we get more and more into it, we will be able to do more and more that brings us to the attention of the general public around the world.
And I wasn't going to do a shameless plug for the Lost in Space robot, but you can go to lostinspacerobot.com and get yourself a $25,000 replica of that robot. We've sold 50 of those over the last year, and it's practically financing this thing. So I'll plug it. Since you opened the door, I'll plug it. I mean, nostalgia sells, right? So let's leverage that.
Well, I think in the interest of time, we're going to have to close the questions, but I do agree. I am particularly excited, like I said earlier. We have 19 teams from 43 different countries, some countries that do not have an interest in space. So the competition is going to get better and better. We will be announcing a couple more teams in the upcoming month, and I'm very excited about that as well. So we're going to keep growing, and I just want to leave you guys with this thought. One of the things that I hope it happens down the competition is I also had the opportunity, as some of you know in the audience, to work for the Lunar Lander Challenge with the X Prize Foundation, and it was absolutely amazing to see how it did start as a competition from team to team, but down the road, teams just ended up helping each other, commenting on each other's blogs, and we've had some wonderful results. So I have no doubt that Google Lunar X Prize will be something very similar. Moon 2.0, we're going to go back. Please follow our teams. Follow us at the Launchpad. We blog quite often. On our website, you can find all their information as well as their blogs. So thank you very much for coming, and thank you very much for all your great shout-outs for the X Prize Foundation.
Just turn it off.